On what we're trying to do in Washington to enable you to continue doing your incredible work, to educate them about these special challenges that are facing our communities.
I want to say a particular thank you to Noel as well. NALCAB has done just extraordinary work on behalf of Latino families at a time when your communities have never needed you more. And I am proud to say, and I appreciate in the introduction recognition, the Obama administration and HUD are partners with you every step of the way.
NALCAB essentially does three things. We support our members by helping them gain access to capital, which is the foundation, the necessary piece to begin to do the work that they do in communities, building affordable housing, supporting small businesses, and building family wealth. Having helped them access that capital, we stay with our members, supporting in building their organizational capacity and their project readiness, so that with that money, we can ensure results.
NALCAB has been instrumental in the development of an asset building program for HICA.
NALCAB is the leading national organization that is creating wealth and assets for our communities throughout this country. They are providing technical assistance, capital to community development corporations to be able to rebuild our communities by creating jobs, businesses, and healthier communities throughout our neighborhoods.
The CPLC NALCAB Consortia is a group of members of NALCAB that got together to go after some neighborhood stabilization stimulus money. It's 14 members with CPLC as the lead agency in 8 states in Washington, D.C. We applied for $175 million and we got $137 million. The significance of that is that it's the largest single Latino award of federal dollars across the country in history.
When we awarded $140 million to Chicanos por la Causa and the NALCAB National Consortium to revitalize neighborhoods in 8 states and the District of Columbia, this award wasn't just a substantial sum of money. It was the single largest federal grant ever given to a Latino network in the history of the federal government.
NALCAB creates a national forum through a national conference, regional summits, and even online we create a space for our members not only to interact with each other and learn from each other, but also to be a coordinated voice for Latino communities on the issues of capital, on the issues of asset development. And so we create a space for our members to communicate with at the federal level, at the national level, about these issues that are crucial to Latino communities. That forum is a place to share best practices and connects deeply with the effort to build capacity and build organizational readiness.
This particular conference for me also was structured very just right with the opening plenaries that we had, the demographic information that we had yesterday afternoon, and kind of setting that pretext for it, and then breaking up into these workshops. For me, it was very clear about what's going on nationally with the Latino community as it relates to economic development, but then it's all information that I definitely am absorbing to then take back to my community so that we can do our work better.
And bring together all of the partners from all over the country in rural areas such as southern Idaho and southern Colorado, areas along the border in Laredo, Texas, and New Mexico, and then in big urban areas like Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia and Los Angeles. And we were all able to come together and share best practices and share what we're working on in our local communities.
NALCAB builds leadership. We need to ensure that we have the leaders of tomorrow, not just running our organizations, but leading our nation. And so we have a fellowship program that invests in our up-and-coming leaders to ensure that they can take on those roles.
What we wanted to do was to really have people ready to take leadership positions across the country. So what we do is we bring together individuals from rural communities, from urban communities, and to share with each other over a 9-month process. We learn through classroom techniques, we learn through peer-to-peer learning, we learn through site visits, we learn through webinars, which connect them to national and federal policy experts. And really, at the end of it, what comes is an individual who has spent a significant amount of time really focusing on their own leadership style, and someone, more importantly than any of that, is someone who is committed to serving low-income Latino communities.
The most important thing that I have gained from the NALCAB Colegio Fellowship experience is really a new perspective. I've really been able to see what the future is going to look like for my community. I come from an upbringing where I was poor, and the work that I do is I provide affordable housing to low-income homeowner families. So these are families that have tremendous disadvantages, and so the piece of asset building has been a missing piece in my vision to really give social justice to this community.
I changed my mentality about businesses, to say it in a different way. When I would think in the past about businesses, I would think about like stingy people, or trying just to make money and not to help the community. But now I have a different point of view, because now I think about businesses as a way to develop a community.
Truly, we believe que juntos somos más.